guys, welcome back to Naughty Styles. As you can tell, today we are on land. For now, we're here to check out something Rico has been obsessed with, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably more excited than I am. Without further ado, we're going to check out Icon Aircraft A5.
Love it. Let's go.
And we're floating.
That is so cool.
This is Jen. She's
Hi.
the regional sales director for Icon Aircraft. She's gonna walk us through this beauty, and she said she's gonna take us flying because she's also the demo pilot for Icon. So
Yep, it'll be a fun day today.
this is a two-seater, you guys. So she's gonna have to fly twice because there's no way Rico leaving without getting a flight.
Maybe it's luggage?
Yeah?
Nah.
Nah, I don't think
I'll
so.
put you in the luggage compartment.
I could be luggage.
Yes, you can fit
All
back
right, what's so special about this plane? A lot of you know about it. I know we've had tons of comments about this plane. You guys would mention it, like we'll show some super yachts, be like, oh, this is perfect, just needs an Icon A5 on it. So here we are. Special about it is that this is a seaplane.
there. Yep, can land on water. So as you can see, I can come in and pick you up at the airport, and then we'll fly over to Biscayne Bay and go do some water landings and splash around and see what this plane can do.
So obviously that now we have the landing gear out to land on land, so that,
Yeah.
that retracts in when you...
Yes. So as soon as we take off and we have a positive rate of climb, the landing gear, there's a switch inside the cockpit, which I'll show you. The landing gear will come up, and there'll be an indication where it's showing that it's in and locked. So I keep my finger on it the whole time till the gear comes up, and then...
What do you have to do in order to land on water? Is there any preparation, anything different you have to do before you...
Yeah, the only thing that we do different, water versus land, is just ensure the landing gear is still up from when we've taken off. So while we're flying around, the gear is in and locked at all times. The only time we bring it down is when we're landing on a runway. So when we're landing on water, we have a different landing configuration. Our gear is up, our flaps are all the way down, and our water rudder is up. So it's a little check that you'll see me doing while we're in the plane. I do it often.
So you have a real rudder for in the water?
Yes, we do. So if you want to come around the back
totally.
here.
I
Yeah.
know people are probably going to ask that. It's just like, hey, how do you maneuver when you're in the water?
So when you're in the water, conditions like today, we probably won't need to use it. But if ever you're coming into ramp to drive it up a boat ramp and you're going at really slow speeds and you need extra steering, maneuverability, there's a switch inside the cockpit where this water rudder will come down. But it's attached to your pedals in the aircraft. So it's attached to your rudder here so you can see it move.
Oh, got it. So,
Right.
will even if it's not down, will this part be in the water
That
when
will
you're
be
in the water?
yeah. So the aircraft is submerged in the water pretty much everywhere here and below.
Oh, wow.
The water will come up probably to around here when we're in the water.
Got it. So it's still doing some
It's
some
doing
work.
something, yeah, but if you need extra control, then we'll
Yeah.
just put the water rudder down. But we always want that up when we're landing, so it doesn't have extra drag.
Just so you guys know, as I learned during getting a captain's license, an aircraft, once it's in the water, a seaplane in the water is a vessel.
Yeah.
It follows all the same rules, all the exact same rules of the road apply, which is pretty insane if you think about it.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something that fully applies to our channel,
Yep.
since as soon as it leaves here and it lands, it is a vessel.
It's a boat.
It's a nice boat. Should we do a tour of it?
Yeah.
A quick
That would-
tour?
That would be awesome.
Sure.
One of our shortest tours, probably. All right, so I don't know any of this lingo, anything, so I let you guys do it. I even take the camera away from you.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to come over here to lift the canopy, it's just a slight push up on the handle here, and then you can look over here. This is the main inner cockpit of the A5. Our primary instrument that we use is our AOA gauge, which is the angle of attack. It shows you which way your wing is relative to the wind.
Yeah.
And so we use this for most of our flying, and it'll show you where you are. So anywhere in the green or below, you'll be straight and level. When we're taking off and landing, we're going to be on that white line. A short transition, the more you pull back on the stick, the higher the wing will go, right?
Very amateur language. That's your stall indicator.
Right, so if you were to pull back on your controls, so far aft and hold it there,
Yep.
your angle of attack would increase, and you would hear a stall warning horn come on just prior to that red line.
And then pull forward and
Once
could
you
avoid it.
stall, it'll be beyond that red line. Then your
Understand.
aircraft will be in a full stall.
I like that it's got a floaty, that you know it's a seaplane.
Keep floating.
Recognize it.
Yeah. You probably won't have that on any other plane.
regular
most
plane.
likely.
So look,
Yeah.
Rico, it's got cup holders.
Yeah, cup holders. It's a very simple cockpit. So you've got your airspeed indicator here. You've got your altimeter, which shows you your altitude in hundreds of feet, how much fuel you have, your RPM, and then your engine gauges.
And the cockpit looks actually a little bit almost like a car.
It does.
You got controls on either side.
Yeah, so you can control the aircraft from either side, but you have all your primary controls on one side because you really only need one pilot to fly this aircraft.
And then I see most of the components are carbon fiber, looks like it.
Yep. 99% carbon fiber, which is really great for corrosion, especially when you're flying in a lot of saltwater conditions.
99%?
Yeah, everything you see is all carbon fiber.
Wow.
That's where the price comes in.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this. It looks like you can use regular gasoline.
Yes, correct. So 91 octane, it can go up to 10% ethanol.
And then I see this little sticker here. You got a parachute?
We do, yeah. So your parachute handle is right here, and you'll see as we deploy the pin and it becomes active, to pull the chute, you'll just pull down with 48 pounds of force. The parachute is actually packed over here. You can see a better angle of it from above, right on top here. And it'll deploy over the entire aircraft.
Have you ever used one?
No, we have not.
Not looking forward to it.
We have enough options where we can land on the water and on sea.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Especially in this area, like
Yeah.
you have a lot of options.
But it is a nice peace of mind to have, you know,
Yeah.
if ever anything would go down and you can still land even without a motor.
Correct.
And so I see it's a light sport plane.
Yes. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about that. So
how
I
can
do
you
need
fly
a
it?
license, right?
Yes, that's correct. So the license that's required for this aircraft is a sport pilot license. And that on paper is 20 hours. Typically, as a new student, it might take somebody around 30 to 35 hours realistically, but the minimums are 20 hours. So with that, you can fly this aircraft.
It's pretty insane.
Including landing on water.
So the landing on water part is an additional add-on that
Okay.
comes with the purchase of the aircraft. So anybody that purchases the plane gets trained on the type of aircraft. So you get your type training, and then you also get your water endorsement. So we'll teach you, if you don't know already, how to land on water and do what we're going to go do today.
So if
Awesome.
someone is gonna just be like, okay, I'm gonna purchase this, obviously I want to fly it as quickly as possible, what is the time frame realistically that they can be good to go?
I mean, it's a 20 hours of flying time.
then
So
the-
I've seen someone do it in 3 weeks. It is
Wow.
possible. So we have two different options. Once you order your aircraft, between the time of ordering it and getting it, some people can go and get their license.
That's smart.
Or if they're really busy and they don't have the time to, they can wait until they take delivery of their aircraft. And what we do at Icon is we will train up a flight instructor for you specifically that lives by wherever our owners are, and we'll pair them up, and then they can, on their own time, decide when they can learn how to fly. So
That's
we can
pretty
train
cool.
somebody
That's
to train you.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
We make it easy for you. Same thing as for service centers. So if we have a lot of service centers all around the United States. But if you don't have one at your airport or close enough to you proximity-wise to get to it, we will also train on us. We will train a service provider for you.
You know, I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, perfect. So the range is 427 nautical miles.
Okay.
And the fuel burn, I'll let you guess. How many gallons an hour do you think this burns? An airplane.
You know this, right? So don't say it.
I don't know.
No?
I'm just doing the math. I saw what the capacity is on the fuel tank. So
4?
Yeah.
4 gallons an hour.
Oh, I'm good.
3.7. Most people guess 12 gallons, 20 gallons.
That's amazing.
And what's your cruising speed?
So today we have the windows out so we can enjoy the nice summer air. So it'll be around 80 knots. With the windows in, you're looking at 90, 95. So you can get a little bit faster airspeed with the
That's
windows
pretty good.
in.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty much equivalent to an R-44 helicopter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same kind of roundabout speed. And then what are the are there options? Like, are there
Right.
upgrades?
So all of our aircraft come fully loaded. Our standard aircraft comes with the Garmin 796, which is what we're flying today. So as you can see, it literally comes with everything that you need. Can do an upgrade for $25,000 more. You can get the G3X and autopilot.
And then in terms of storage, this plane can be disassembled, but you can fold the wings back,
Yes,
right?
that's correct. So the wings do fold. If you do need a tighter storage space, it can fold in 8 by 8 by 23.
So you could, if you have a little bit of an oversized garage and a trailer handy, you don't even need to store it in an airport.
That's correct.
So you guys, like the
Wow.
event we went to yesterday, you transported it in a trailer,
Yeah.
right? Like literally just towed it behind you and transported it in a trailer. Which is crazy.
How long does it take to fold the wings? And-
Fold the wings, I would say maybe about 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What?
That is amazing.
I can fold one up if you'd like to see it.
Yeah.
It's all locked in place.
It's all
and-
good.
Because you're about to go flying.
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah, people usually want to see the wing fold after they
Afterwards?
land.
Can we do it after?
But I could do it for you if you want to do it
Let's
now.
do it
I don't mind.
after.
No, we're
That's
good.
a
We're
good-
good. I think the video is great.
You know the chicken who wants to go flying.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here right
That's
now.
I mean, in the end of the day, like when everything goes in the air is out to kill you. So you gotta be careful.
So it
better be
actually,
careful.
it's not bad. If I do explain the wing system a little bit, it's literally impossible for the wing to fold back while we're flying, even
Yeah.
as it is now. You have a bar that goes into the aircraft. So when you're pulling the wing out, you have to pull it out before
lock it in
putting it
place.
back. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a big
yeah.
long spar in there. So
Yeah.
Got it. You said there's an app that makes it just kind of simplify, almost like dumbifies the.
yeah.
It lowers the chances of mistakes and miscalculations. It's just like a whole app.
Yeah, it's something that we created. I use it before flying every time.
So all the pre-flight stuff you do on the app.
So it's just a risk assessment worksheet that you go through for every flight, because like every environment is different, every airport's different, every day is different, like weather and stuff like that. So I'll just plug in all the information, the aircraft I'm using, the airport identifier, where we're gonna fly today. So we'll go to the Intercoastal in Miami. Have I flown it before? Yes. Weather conditions VFR. It's 6 knots today, no gust factor. And then I'm safe from illness, medication, stress, alcohol, fatigue, and emotion. So
6
every
knots
day-
is gonna be fun.
yeah,
I'm so
it's gonna be
stoked.
like, yeah, it's gonna be like. So just every day, just you want to do this just to make sure you're giving yourself a gut check that yes, I'm good to fly. Yes, the environment around me is good to fly. So, and then you can do your weight and balance from here as well. Windows removed, yes. Fuel at takeoff, I've got 12 gallons. We're gonna fly for about an hour, maybe less. So it gives me my takeoff weight, your moment, and your within the limits of the center of gravity.
So whose app is this?
This is ours that we created. Janessa, actually, who you met before, is the one who implemented this in our program.
wow.
And so it's available to all of our pilots, our owners. It's suggested to do before every flight. I do, just to help you out with everything.
That's awesome.
And then you even put in your pilot experience in the A5. And so it basically calculates your risk. So the heavier the winds, the worse the weather, whatever the case may be, it'll calculate a risk score. And if it's a certain number or higher, either check with somebody or, maybe don't go that
Don't
day.
go that day.
Yeah. I always put some type of water. You have glassy, mountainous terrain, confined area spaces, high boat traffic. So you always want to put in as much information as you can. And then it'll give you a risk. So we have a risk score of 6. We're good.
What's the it's 1 to what?
It's a good question. I think like 12 or 13 is probably your highest
Got it.
that you'd want to check in. And then I just sync it so I always have everything. Then we're good to go. We checked out
So
the
this
aircraft.
thing will tell you when you put the fuel and the weight. It will tell you if you're good or not.
So you can do your weight and balance, exactly. So I put my
Cool.
weight, your weight, I selected the aircraft because every aircraft has a different empty weight.
Couldn't lie about the weight, you guys.
You
This
can't
is-
lie.
This is when you can't lie.
Yeah, every pound counts.
Rico had to really assess it yesterday.
Yeah.
Jen was like,
180,
82 and a half. So here I'll also use my checklist. So basically before you guys got here, I did my walk around. And so now that we're in the aircraft and we're gonna get started, I'm just gonna use my checklist here.
are you
in the
jealous,
moment.
Rico?
What do you mean? Of flying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my license for sure.
So our chocks and tie downs have been removed. Aircraft documents, we reviewed them. Pre-flight planning, we just did that. Takeoff data, I calculated that as well on that app. The app's really good. Our life vests are right behind us here.
Got it.
I keep it just because we're a seaplane. You can put it on. I leave them in the back in emergency egress. You just have to open up the canopy this way, and then it pushes up and take
Got
it
it.
out. Okay, so that's how it closes. Very easy. You can just hop out the window. When our windows are out, our wind deflectors are in. Okay, so the canopy is lowered. Seatbelts are fastened. Headsets are connected. Landing gear switch is indicating in the down position. All the electrical switches are off. I'm going to go ahead and turn our master on. Annunciator panel, press to verify, all the lights illuminate. Landing gear is indicated in the down position. So now that the master is on, you can actually see where your gear position is. So obviously on the ground, you always want it down. Bilge pump is on. We have a bilge in this aircraft, so if water comes in the sides or from up in the front or anyway underneath it, we've got a bilge on the left-hand side here that will spit the water out. And if there's ever more than 1 gallon of water in the aircraft underneath in the bilge, the purge bilge light will come on, and so we'll just turn it on and empty the water that's in the plane.
Like a boat.
Yep, exactly like a boat. Our fuel valve is on, it's up here, and then at the same time I'm going to remove the safety pin for the parachute. So the parachute now is active. It takes 48 pounds of force to deploy the parachute. In the event of an emergency where I'm incapacitated and you can't land the aircraft, you'll go ahead and pull the chute. The wheels will automatically come down in the aircraft and you'll just turn the switch to off. Okay, ignition goes off. And then you just let yourself float down. So, we're protected.
Say that again. One more time.
One more time for those in the back. 48 pounds of force will deploy the parachute. The wheels will come down. You turn the ignition switch to off. You have to be 500 feet in the air, so 500 feet on the altimeter is the minimums for the parachute to fully function.
Got it. So
So-
I wait till it's 500.
Wait till we're 500. No.
You don't
We won't need to use it though today. It's just there for show. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the engine. Clear prop! So we'll start it up. Above 3,000 RPM, the alternator light comes online.
make some wind.
It's nice. That's why we like to get it started quickly.
I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. So I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high.
See those little crab traps? That's stuff that we like to look out for. So you can't see that when you're high up, right? So you've got to let these, like, sometimes some last minute decisions. Power at 3,000 RPM, landing gear up, flaps down, water rudder up. I'm following my white line, so it's going to be my perfect angle. About 10 to 15 feet above the water, I'll transition up to that yellow line. And then I'll do a smooth, nice landing. And the waves level slow down too. But if it was a really windy day with a lot of waves, you could always use your rudder to like turn into the wind.
Yeah.
And a cool little trick, you know how boats weather vane into the wind automatically? Well, if I take all my hands and feet off the controls, the aircraft will go directly into the wind.
And we're floating.
Yep.
That's amazing. Really not that loud outside of the headset.
So with the cords that we have in the aircraft, here we've got these lines. So this, with these, just attaches to the side of the boat. The aircraft.
Yeah.
And then you can just jump out and they're your mooring lines.
Oh,
so
that's
you
so
can attach
cool.
to anything, you can anchor, you can attach
So
to
where do they
another-
attach to?
So there's little pieces on the side, but here, right in the door.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you can hop
Don't need to go
out,
anywhere.
or you've got the hook
That's
to
so
be able to
cool.
just attach onto the nose. So there's 3 of these that come with it, one on each side and then one for the nose of the tail.
You said today is 300 and what was it, 336 feet was the landing?
Today was 735 feet for a takeoff and landing
How
today.
is that? How do you know that?
So through that app, when I put in the weather conditions and
It just tells you what it would
and
be.
how heavy we are, with the fuel weight and our weight, it'll tell us our landing and takeoff distance.
I mean, that takes
so that's why the
all
app
the
is,
guessing out
exactly.
of this, and like
Yep.
room for error is a lot.
It eliminates
smaller.
that, yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't believe we're just literally floating in
Just
the middle
hanging
of
out
this.
in Biscayne Bay.
Just flew in from Fort Lauderdale Airport and just landed here, and now we're just floating. This is sick. Absolutely insane. I'm obsessed with flying. My parents met in the airport, and I think that has something to do with it. Like, I'm never afraid of the planes.
Yeah, we were flying in at around 500 feet. And then our water landing patterns we set up at around 300. Fun, low flying.
Amazing. So now we're going to take off again, and we're going to land at a different airport.
Yes, we're gonna go land in Miami, Opelika. So we'll come in through Baker's Hollover just to get some weather, and we'll head
The
straight in.
the famous Hollover, you guys. Oh, this
There's
is-
already a lot of boating activity there. They're starting to set up for the day.
Shall we keep going?
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna touch this. Oh, so nice.
How's the temperatures? Are nice?
It's perfect. It's so warm.
Yeah, people get into the plane with their shoes on, but they usually exit them with the shoes off.
Yeah. Rico's like, you're wearing flip-flops to fly? I'm like, it's a seaplane. I kind of felt appropriate.
Kind of necessary.
Oh, I was surprised he wasn't, because he pretty much wears flip-flops all the
All
time.
the time.
Can't believe how
Easy.
easy. Like, well, I mean, of course you know what you're doing. But
No, but it
just
really is
just
easy.
so easy.
I'd make it look easy, but it really is.
Insane.
Oh, good timing. I literally just walked out.
You literally just got here?
Oh, was it?
We took our time too. We went
Good,
and
because there was so much traffic on
Really?
the freeway.
First question I have is, how do you drive a car after this? Like, it's like flying first class and then going back to economy. Like, how do you do it? I don't understand how you get in a regular car.
it's difficult.
It's difficult. It's hard. This was so insane. I am so blown away. I mean, it was the takeoff. How quickly we took off. How quickly we landed. How soft the landing was. How quickly we took off from the water. Like, there was just so many things that I expected different. How stable we were. I don't even know. I'm so excited for you to do this, because I mean, I'm a little scared because I feel like it might cut into our future boat build budget, but it is truly a different level of what I thought it would be. It didn't feel like the light sport, that I've done, I don't know, 15 years ago.
So
Yeah.
Bahamas island hopping, you
Oh
think
my
it's
God.
yeah?
Let's go. Get your license.
Zoomers. Can you charter a
Yeah,
plane
can you
like
charter this? No?
No.
Too
Nothing?
bad.
No program yet?
Nope.
Oh man. So you're gonna have to buy one.
You're just gonna have to buy
Gonna
it.
have to buy one.
But they offer financing, I think.
We do.
I'm really excited for you, Rico. So I'm excited for you to do this.
Cool.
What's
that's
the
it.
weight capacity besides being able to sit and fit in the Cinderella chair?
The Cinderella seat. Right. So our useful load
Yeah.
for the aircraft is 430 pounds. So that's passengers and fuel. So
130 pounds. Okay.
yeah, each gallon of fuel is 6 pounds.
So fully loaded plane with fuel. What's left for?
So what we do
passengers?
is, if I fly by myself, I'll usually fill the tanks all the way up because
Yep.
I'll have about 5 hours plus flying time.
That's
Not
amazing.
necessary for if you're carrying more people.
Yeah.
So you'll take pilot's weight, passenger weight,
Yeah.
and then I'll just put the rest in fuel.
Got it. Whatever. is
So it
left
varies
in
every
fuel.
time.
So if you and I went flying, what's roughly how long could we fly?
We could have flown. My gosh, we could have flown for at least 3 hours today.
Very easy. Any Bahamas location.
And what's nice about that too, when you go to the Bahamas, because it doesn't require aviation fuel. I mean, it takes 100 low lead, but it doesn't require it. So
You can just reload.
you can just exactly fuel up. Like if it was a boat, you could go to any marina, and the majority of them carry at least 91 octane. Don't need an airport.
Just have good fuel filters,
Yeah.
depending where you're getting the fuel
Yeah.
from.
Well, it's funny you say that. Actually, the Rotax engine that we have prefers 91 octane over the avgas. There's less lead deposits in it. If you can put 91 octane in this aircraft, you can actually skip your 50-hour oil change and just go straight to the 100-hour.
Interesting.
Really interesting.
Rotax loves 91.
That's
And then average runways length you need to have. I mean, it's probably not much, but
It's not. No.
I already asked this. I was like, what?
Yeah, so the longest distance you need for takeoff or landing is 919 feet, and
that's
that's on
nothing.
a calm day with no wind, glassy water where the aircraft sticks. So anything less than that, you should be good. Unless you need to clear a 50-foot obstacle, then
Yeah.
we'll recalculate, obviously. But if there's no obstacles ahead of you, under 1,000 feet, you're fine anywhere, land or sea.
Is it very different taking off on water? Does that increase or decrease?
It depends on the water conditions. So if it's a glassy water day where the water's super smooth, the aircraft will stick a little bit more
Yeah.
before getting out. But if there's any type of wave where you can get air underneath your ceilings and your wings, it'll just pop right up. And you'll see when we go flying, it's really natural. Like you just hold the aircraft's nose in place and then it'll
It just
take
lifts
right
up.
Yeah.
So a little bit ripples helping.
Yep.
See, I would have thought it would be the other way
The
around.
other way
I
around.
didn't even think about it,
Yeah.
but now it makes the way you're saying it makes total sense.
So you'll get up on step around 20, 22 knots, and then your
22.
aircraft will be up on the plane, and then that's how you can do a step taxi if you
Yeah.
bring the power back and stay up on step. But if you keep power in, we'll just take off.
What about like running costs? Like that's probably what people ask most of the time. Like
Right.
it's like, what do I have to expect to spend a month or a year?
Roughly averaged out, you're looking around $75 for every hour that you fly. And that includes your annual maintenance, that includes your oil, that includes everything. So they calculate that in and break it down to about $75. And then every 50 hours you could do an oil change, expect around $250. So that's about all you're really looking at.
That's not
Other
bad
than
at
your
all.
fuel and then oil from time to time if you need to put oil in your aircraft, but that's about it. Yeah, so you do a walk around before you do every flight. So the
Yeah.
first thing you want to check is that there's movement and that these doors are solid, so that's good. You'll come and walk around this way over here.
Yeah.
You'll check the sides, check making sure that everything is sealed properly. You'll check your sea wings. So this here, you see there's actually, it's not an exact part of the aircraft. These are bonded on. So these are actually there in the event that you do bump something, you know?
Oh.
So they'll bump off so it doesn't structurally damage the integrity of the aircraft. You'll
Got
just
it.
have to rebond them if you ever happen to
Yeah.
hit a dock
Like-
a
like
little
a
bit
dock?
harder
Yeah.
than
And this
than
here,
normal. Let's say we go to a beach or an island or a sandbar. So you'll hop out of the plane, you'll put this in it, hop into the water and just drag it right up on shore so you can just beach the aircraft that way.
So it's your tow line.
Yeah.
That's unique.
And then this here, the carabiner, you can also hook it up to the front.
To the front, yeah.
Just like that. So these are really, they come in handy.
Do you have an anchor on board?
No, but you can just buy a little one and attach
Yeah.
it to this. There's also tie downs in the wing here.
Oh, if you're on land
So
or
let's say here where there's no tie downs, you can just tie it into something.
That's
a rock.
I like
Yeah.
like she's just like,
Yeah,
you know, just have these.
Just go with it.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
You know.
I like that. Dumb
Yeah.
question. So if I saw pictures of the plane being on the beach. So if you want to take off, you just push it off in the water?
Yeah, it's actually really simple. So because of where the sea wings are, you can just, this aircraft is really light. You can,
Yeah.
one person can push it. So
Yeah.
you can just push it back and then hop in, get into the airplane and go.
And then you start the
Yeah,
engine.
you'll start the propeller once you've been pushed back a little bit.
Got it.
It's not a dumb question, so it's really interesting. You'll usually pick the side of the island in which the winds are coming from, right? So you can always, it's easier to push back than it is to
Makes sense.
come in.
Makes
So
sense.
you'll
Yeah.
land where
Yeah, yeah,
strategically landing the aircraft.
yeah. And then you keep in mind that there's low tide in some areas in the world, so and high tide. So just
Yes.
pick your timing. Otherwise, you're going to be stranded on. Well, you can't get the gear up once
Okay,
you're
but
sitting on it.
ask about the draft and how much depth you need to land.
Yeah. How much does the plane draw when it's sitting in the water?
So it's 14 inches.
That's it.
That is it. To be safe, I like to typically tell people to land in 2 to 3 feet of water,
Yeah.
just to be safe. But yeah, no, you could, if you needed to get down with it.
I saw a video where it was a seaplane and it was a smaller area, so it didn't have enough straight runway, and they did circles. Is that really working?
Yeah, that's the beauty. It's part of a confined area takeoff. That's what we do. It's the
What?
beauty of not needing a runway is you can gather enough speed going in circles until you have enough to.
But if you see what this takeoff
Yeah.
of water, it's like it's so short, it's bizarre. What are these things? Like
So
the white
these are
things?
vortex generators. It's what makes up of our spin resistancy of the aircraft. We're incredibly proud of it. It's one of the elements of safety that we have here. So the aircraft, if it does get into a condition where you end up stalling
Yeah.
the aircraft, it actually won't spin, which is
Oh, so it
really
straightens
great.
you out
Yeah, it will
automatically?
straighten you out. Vortex generators over there. Here's some more vortex generators up
Yeah.
here.
So where does the
spin
wing
resistance.
fold?
You have a little handle
Oh wow.
that comes down here.
Wow.
So this unlocks it. You'll pull the wing out, and then it folds backwards. But we'll keep this locked until after I fly with
Cool,
you.
like that. Good idea.
How's that?
All right, keep going back.
I mean,
keep going,
anything-
keep going up.
You have big flaps.
Right. So these are your your ailerons. They are in charge of your directional control.
Yeah.
Your steering. Flaps for takeoff and landing on water only.
Oh, really?
So we don't need any flaps at the.
So little and so loud.
I know. Yeah, we don't need any flaps
And
when you're on
on
runway.
land, because you already have such a short runway anyways, right?
This is the pin tip where the wing actually clips into. So when you pull the wing back, you
Yeah.
fold it down, and then you'll walk it back this way, and then it'll clip into the pin.
That is the hole in the
That's
front.
the hole in the
On
front.
the corner.
So this
yeah.
folds too?
This actually comes off.
This comes out.
Oh.
So when
okay.
you're
got it.
tailoring it, or
Oh. Interesting.
Well,
Oh, it's nothing, huh? Weighs nothing?
Nothing. Literally
Carbon
nothing.
fiber.
yeah. So we'll put in wing supports when we're trailering the aircraft, and that's one of the spots that it'll go.
Got it. Got it.
So I'll let you put that back in for our flight.
Yeah, good idea. Might want to double check me there.
And then it's interesting. So here, speaking of double checking, if you see any red, it's not. Right, so you want it always to be the red is hidden, so you know it's locked in.
That makes sense. I like
And then
that.
that's a check you do, so you'll push on them.
Why is this small thing here?
So what that is our trim tab. So let's say we're
got
in an
it.
extended climb, rather than having to hold the stick back,
You can
could just trim it.
Yeah.
So this is your trim tab.
So you
something
don't
that
need to like apply too much pressure
yeah,
on
exactly.
it.
You don't have to force it.
Yeah.
You've got your engine back here. You've got your oil lines. I want to take a peek in there.
That's a pretty big prop, actually. How many horsepower does the engine have?
100.
That's it?
That's it.
And that's enough.
That's enough. We're light sport. The aircraft's just empty weight is just over 1,000 pounds.
Wow.
100 horsepower is definitely enough for it.
All right, should we go flying?
Let's go fly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jen probably feels more herself up in the air
Yeah.
than on land. You guys can see starboard is green right there, flashing green, just like a boat.
Oh my god, that's so
That noise that you heard was the stall warning,
Oh.
which means we're at a really slow speed. We're already down. So we can't tell the difference that we're it's not getting any. Yep, we're down.
just landed in the water.
Yeah, we just landed. Right?
That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, that is so nice. That is so cool.
There's another seaplane in the water over there. You can see him.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, over there. So people just fly out, you hang out, have a drink. I mean, whatever, drink something.
Drink some water, Gatorade.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a fun part of the job. So it's pretty stable in the water. You can see, like,
Super
if
stable.
we were to really
Yeah.
rock it.
Try to rock it, it's not.
The only time it gets annoying is if the guys on their jet skis, if they come and
Yeah.
circle you, then
Yeah.
you'll start getting the waves and have to yell at them a little bit. But
Yeah. No, that makes sense. What's the biggest wave height you would?
So they
Kind
recommend a
of.
foot. Could I land it in more than a foot? Sure. Probably 2 feet is where you're
You probably also
limiting out.
get a lot of
Yeah, you
spray
do.
over them, right?
But if you need to get down, you can. But usually 1 foot height is recommended. That's considered rough water.
Yeah.
So you'll see white caps at the on the top of the waves at that point.
Yeah, I mean, here we have whatever, like 6 inches right now. or
Yeah,
something.
this is
Maybe a little more.
this is nice water. This is just regular what they would consider regular takeoff
Yeah. Super cool.
water conditions.
It actually gives you a lot of space to get in and out once the canopy is up. Mm-hmm. Speaking of the jet skis, huh?
Oh yeah, let's get going before they come here. They really like to mess with us. They're coming straight for us.
And
So cool. Flew by John Ramona's condo, kind of.
nice.
Yeah. And we had another seaplane pulling up next to us mid-flight.
No way.
On our wing.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you fly
The
this?
city- I actually flew it a little bit.
You
Like,
did. You let him?
like
Yeah, I held on to this. I was like, you're the captain now.
15, 20, 30 seconds, or maybe a minute.
Oh, longer than
Or maybe it's
that.
longer
Yeah,
than
you
that.
went for a
Like,
bit.
Felt like only 20 seconds.
Like haul over outlets.
So he took control just over the Venetian Islands and he brought us almost all the way up to Baker's Hollover.
oh wow.
Yeah.
And-
Over in the intercoastal on the water.
Is it hard?
It flies itself, honestly.
Really? So
I
she
mean-
wasn't lying?
It's
I give her all the credit.
It's super stable. It's so stable.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
you just got to give in to the movement. That,
Yeah.
You know, like whatever. They don't freak out about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if it's
see,
trimmed
we
right,
had 18 gusts
18
wind.
knots.
Wow.
18 knots. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we didn't
No,
have
we
that.
had 6 when we
Yeah.
flew, and then for him, I mean,
So
you can feel
it
it out
picked
here.
up, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I was like, it'll be a little bit different, but the stability-wise, you'll see the difference in footage. It'll probably be about the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small
Slight
plane.
bumps.
You know, like it's not
Yeah.
obviously like a 737 or something, but
And
it's
it's
super
really
stable.
light.
It's very stable.
No.
Yeah, really awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
I loved it.
Alrighty, you guys, this completes our amazing, I was gonna say sea trial, technically.
Test ride.
Demo flight.
Demo
Demo
flight
flight.
slash
Demo
sea
flight.
trial, because we're warming
Yeah.
the sea. Icon A5, thank you so much.
It was my
This
pleasure.
was such a blast. Thank you
Yeah.
for having us. Of
course.
Thank you for answering stupid questions and
No.
not so stupid questions.
They're not stupid. If you don't know them, it's good to ask.
So
Yeah, my
if you
pleasure.
guys are interested in Icon Aircraft, all the contact information will be in the description underneath the video. You contact them, you want to go for a demo flight, you might get lucky to fly with Jen. I told her she should teach. Like, she was amazing.
I agree.
She's so good at explaining and like just
Thank you.
so simple about it. There are things about it that I've like never understood before that was just so easy. You should
Yeah.
totally teach, girl. You're
Hey,
really
I'll think
good.
about it.
Gotta have more female pilots.
Exactly. All right, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. We really, really appreciate it. Means a lot. I have no idea if we have outtakes, but if we do, enjoy the outtakes. I'll try to find some. Ciao. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you. Have fun.
Bye.
Thank you, Jen.
We're here in, where are we? That's fun.
We call this stirring the pot, so you want to make sure it's what you've got the other one.
Like I literally walked out and he goes, "Oh, they're landing right now." I was like,
Oh. I'm gonna see your graceful exit.
"It's very easy, actually."
Well done.
All right, not too bad. Not too bad.